So I've got a 2003 Chevy Malibu, and it's a V6 model, and the air conditioning is continually cycling on and off, and this is a video on how to repair that. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the faceplate. Just use a screwdriver, and you can pop the faceplate right off. It's just held in there by friction. After that, I'll probably take off the bezel here. This is the console with all the trim removed. Just as healthy suggestion, there's a piece that needs to pop off over here first. Also, I put the car in gear for a second or two. That way I could take out this entire piece. Otherwise it won't slide out very easily. Next, I'm going to use what I think it's a 1/4 inch socket to remove these two bolts over here and pull out the control unit. Okay, I've unbolted the unit, and should have known it's metric system, not the American system. Those are 7mm metric bolts to get that off. And then the back here, there's a whole bunch of different plugs. Each one of them unplugs just a slightly different way. But I'm going to spend some time unplugging each one of those. You just got to tinker with it and find the best way to unplug each one. Well, there are the plugs. Here is the unplugged unit. And what's kind of interesting is this plug right here, which plugs into the circular part. Those are like when you push a button, sends a jet of air. So when you unplug this, you might hear a small hiss of air. Next part is to take off the faceplate here, and then these knobs should pop off pretty easily just pulling them off or using a screwdriver. So here I have I just pulled the knobs off. Didn't even need a screwdriver for that. Pulled the knobs off, and then used a screwdriver to pry apart the faceplate and just pop that off. My recommendation is make sure you either write down or take a picture where each one of these buttons is going to go, because they just remove very easily. We'll take off the plastic piece, and we're going to get to a control unit back there. Well, I've popped out the circuit board here. Just got to be kind of gentle with that when you pop it out. And the culprit is actually this piece right here. Needs to make perfect contact with these leads over here, and that's not what's happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some alcohol, a wet rag, and I'm going to clean that up. I've heard also a pencil eraser can clean that up. And then the directions say to give it a very light coating of graphite, which will help these leads contact these leads, and hopefully solve the air conditioning cycling problem. Well, I clean these contacts with some isopropyl alcohol, paper towel. You should probably use a rag instead. And then I dried it off with a little bit of canned air, which I've got over there. And then after that, I gently went over it with some graphite from a pencil. And now it's just to put everything back together, slide it back in its location, and test it out. Just a quick tip when putting this back together, probably the most difficult piece is this one right over here. However, if you look on the outside of the blue, there's going to be two clips. You just want to make sure you align this clip on the blue over here, and then there's another clip over there, and that way you'll make sure all the different plugs align. Now I'm going to put this back in its place, use that 7mm socket to put those screws back in, put the faceplate on, test it out.